Good morning, welcome to Morning Outlook. This is Kim speaking on Thursday the 1st of July. So, starts at the start of the summer months. So, well, where do we start? Let's have a look. Firstly, I've got a couple of questions here, so let's just get this. Let's have a look at today's risk factors. We have Lagarde speaking at 8 a.m. Now she's due to deliver opening remarks at a hearing before the Committee of Economic and Monetary Affairs via satellite. Okay, so there's obviously chances are that she might say something that could create some volatility around 8 o'clock. Thereafter, German financial manufacturing, final manufacturing even, has a lot less impact than the flash figures, so not really why that's been highlighted orange, I'm not so sure. Bank of England governor speaking at Mansion House at 9 a.m. And then again, I don't know what these final manufacturing figures are popped on here in terms of they are already. We've already seen the flash data. May get a bit of variance from that, but the most important data is already out. Right. Thereafter, it's a Canadian bank holiday today, and ISM manufacturing and PMI later in the US. And again, actually, it might be. I'm just having a look at a lot of these now. We have the flash data. Just having a look. Okay, it's not clear there. It might be I'm sure we had the flash data of the US as well. So a lot of these figures may just have little actual reaction, but anyway, there they are. That's what we need to look at for today. Moving to the currencies themselves then, starting looking at the euro dollar. Well, yesterday the euro ran down, double bottom there a little bit, then it's running through at the moment, selling off, continuing this sort of run that we've seen down, lower highs, lower lows. It broke some key levels yesterday there as we're running through here. Well, for today, excuse me, today, just looking at the moment, it's just downside already running south. It's very difficult to get into a market that's running like this often. You're looking for retracements, and I mean, it's a patience game. You're not in it, you missed it at the moment. So it's not, for me, I wouldn't just jump aboard this. There may be opportunities come through this morning, but at the moment, I would look for opportunities, retracements of this market. Got to be a little bit careful. At this stage, you sort of will start seeing some divergences depending on which indicators you're looking at, but you'll start seeing some divergences. But just make sure you've got some proper. If you're looking to trade those, you've got some decent support out there first. Okay, so that's euro. Downward direction, but difficult to get into. Pound, well, it's weird. The pound yesterday popping both ways at times, having a good surge up there in the morning, selling off in the afternoon, and pushing up late evening there for a little while. Just can't hold on to the gains at the moment. We're seeing it too rolling over. Already hit the daily pivot today. Awkward sort of old positioning at the moment because it looks like it's trying to do something here. I'm not too sure what it's trying to do, but the general gist of this is lower highs, lower lows, and on that basis, really, I want to be looking at short opportunities. How you get in them on this at the moment isn't the easiest. I mean, trend line drawing at the bottom here. I mean, it's already near some decent support, so it makes for a difficult start on that. Dollar yen. Well, that's finally at the towards the close of play there. Well, towards 4 o'clock yesterday, we had the sort of the readjustments coming through, and we saw the yen being sold off there quite strongly. And the last 2 days, lower highs, lower lows that are sort of coming through there. Boom, off it goes. Now, I had been sort of sitting there waiting for it, but never got it. When it eventually ran, it was just too late. It was running in at about quarter to 5, 10 to 5. It may be a bit later than that. 3 o'clock actually. But it's on the 3 o'clock bar, but it came to the later side of that. It really started pushing properly. But anyway, that's broken at the moment. Again, you've sort of got this divergency sort of patterns across the top here. It's doing what I expected it to do earlier in the month. It's only just done it. Now there is a weakness, and there is the sentiment on the yen is pretty poor in terms of well, there's more towards the selling side of things, and we could, as I said yesterday, just see it continue to gradually be sold as we go through the summer. It will become potentially a carry trade opportunity with other pairings with higher, if there are any pairings with decent interest rates out there. Aussie dollar, well, the Aussie dollar, similar picture here, double bottoming, still lower highs, lower lows. It's again, it's one of those, you've just got to be a bit patient if you're trying to get into it. For the short side, it's pretty much done quite a lot of it. There is some divergence where it is at the moment. Again, these might sort of, if they start breaking off, we may see a bit more of a correction back to the daily pivots, 50 MAs. Otherwise, it's a waiting game. If you're looking to stay on the short side of these markets, it's a bit of a waiting game. Canadian dollar likewise continued its shift. Actually, that doji there, that doji looks very wrong for yesterday. We saw quite a bit of movement yesterday, so it needs a bit of a correction on that bar. But chopping along here. Now this to me is one of the stronger pairs against the US dollar, but at this stage, well, you see some data error on my system here, but it's pretty much summed up to what yesterday was like there. It's gone a bit weird this morning, but it's consolidated where it's sitting at the moment. My pivots are all mixed up here because of the yesterday's bar's wrong, but the 60-minute looks pretty right to me. What we saw, just checking, 9, 10, 11, 12, yep, that's all fine. But I think there will become a point, I'm sure, that we'll see a bit more correction to the downside, but for now I'm sitting on my hands waiting. Is the answer on that one. Canadian dollar, New Zealand dollar, again another one selling, not sold so much as a lot of the pairings where they've sort of double bottoms or broken the lows there, held up a little bit better, but I won't be surprised at some stage if it continues the southward direction there. Lower highs, lower lows through most of it. Maybe if it breaks above the 50, it becomes a bit more of a bullish play, but the new monthly pivots are right massively quite a distance away, but as I say, a break above that 50 would be a little bit more bullish, particularly if it breaks that 6.9 or just above there, 69.97, that sort of area. It would look a little bit more bullish above there as well. Okay, difficult markets on the forex side of things. Let's have a look through. Actually, I'd said to someone asked me about the DAX, and let's have a look through these other markets. Let me just bring this chart in for you. Where are you? And we'll look at the DAX first this morning. So the DAX yesterday sold off pretty much. Now again, we can get rebalancing occurring on the likes of the DAX, etc. As they come to all the markets can be rebalanced. You've got the end of quarter and end of month. Sold off yesterday, picking up again today. Where to with this market? Well, it's erring to the upside here, but it's slow. It's not pushing ahead as the European market, US markets, or some of the US markets are doing. It's much slower here at this stage. I feel that this could end up in a sort of more of a rangy sort of price action, and we often see it with the DAX. It goes into range for a while, and then suddenly it'll get a surge. Well, I think we're probably sitting in that moment. And if it's not clear, the best thing is not to be trading it too much. I mean, at the moment it may be erring towards. I mean, the bigger picture certainly on the dailies. Well, it's there. So it's been trending sort of pretty much upwards. It's putting higher lows in as we're pushing through, and higher highs on the daily candles here, and it's sort of erring that way. So there we go. The other market, the Nasdaq. Sorry, I'll get it right in a minute. Dow Jones even. It's alright, I'll do Nasdaq in a second. I'm getting ahead of myself. So big bullish, big bullish buy, decent bullish buy yesterday. And again, we're pushing up at the moment. Talking about Nasdaq then. Nasdaq's just carried on mostly, but yesterday just sort of is struggling around new highs. The S&P just makes a new high every day, it seems, at the moment, and it can do no wrong. It's just the bars getting smaller and smaller, the ranges are tightening up, and you can just imagine at some point we'll probably see some sort of correction. So there we go. DAX was there before the euro. Sorry, Roy. Well, it's there now. I've done it. So okay, so there we are on the equity markets there. I might as well, whilst I've got this, is just have a look at it for those the crypto groups. Bitcoin. Let's have a look where we are. I'll do it more for you. Yes. Crypto, Bitcoin. Well, still looking a bit iffy on the Bitcoin side of things here. It's sort of sitting in those ranges. It seems to be being bought near the 30,000 area and sold. I was speaking to one of our traders yesterday. He's been day trading this. It has some half decent technical movements. Has some massive spreads depending on which broker you are. I mean, you know, if you can get away with $30 on a lot of brokers, it's quite a lot. I have a professional account. It's about $7 spread. It's a massive difference though. Between spreads there, and do look at what your spreads are. He's using a specialist company to be day trading it on, but still hell of a rates. Ethereum is sort of, as you probably gathered, it's technically I think it's just shaped up a little bit better. Fundamentally behind it, I just feel like it is a little bit more of a certain. I say certain. It's in a better place. Than some of the coins. It's had a good move up over the last few days, but even that's correcting today. So well, there's life. The baby goes out with the bathwater. When you see Bitcoin being sold off, most often you see these other markets sold. Ripple, I'm sort of looking at this now, thinking bear flag. So there we go. That's my thoughts there, and the waste of time dog, the old dog Doge. Well, that's catching off and ripping a load of people off for a load more money, I guess. There we go. That's the crypto side of things. Thoughts on the non-farm payrolls tomorrow? I'll talk about that tomorrow, Steve. But I mean, as we lead into non-farm payrolls, always things in it, particularly as you move towards summer, things will be quiet. They'll be looking at the jobs report has been put at the top of the focus board, so I think we'll see a bit more focus on it. Whether it moves very much, the markets, once we get it out, is another matter. Sometimes it gets to that point where it's been so key, and then eventually it really doesn't move anymore. It just sort of it fails to surprise. But we'll see. There's potential. There's always risk in trading it, around trading it, but it might give us a sort of shape into next week. Okay. Roy, there's a few others I can tell you. Anyway, have a great day, all of you, and I will catch you. So hopefully you've got everything there. Morning, everyone. Yep. So I will catch you tomorrow. Take care. Have a great day. Bye for now.